chapter 4, verse 8. What does he say? Come with me from Lebanon, my bride. Come with me from Lebanon. Then he says something interesting. He says, come down from Mount Amana and from the peaks of Senir and Hermon. These are mountains where lions have their dens and leopards live among the hills. What is he saying? Here he is wooing us. Church, God is wooing you, but you have to respond. And here he says, come down. He calls us down. It doesn't matter. See, some of us are up in the mountains and we're like, come on, you can't be calling me, right? It's like sometimes if I point to you and you always think it's the person behind you, don't you? And sometimes God is vigorously waving you. I'm talking to you. And you're like, what's he talking to somebody? He can't be waving at me if he really knows who I am, if he knows really where I am at. But I'm saying, no, he knows where you are. He knows where you've been. Guess what? He knows where you're going. You don't know where you're going next week. He knows where you're going. And yet he says, come, my beloved, come. See, we have to respond. Come down from the mountains. What does it mean to come down? Well, let me explain to you. Come down from those high places meant a lot to them at that time. And you need to know how that is relevant to us today. Because high places is where people set up their idols. Even in our nation, you go to Kandy, there's a high place and there's a statue. And people place that. That's the same principle. You put your idols up there and people look to those places for strength. And that's why I want us to understand the power of Psalm 121, which we read this morning. The psalmist says, I look to the mountains. He's not looking to the mountains, but he's looking to the high places, those things we have positioned in those mountains. And he says what? Does my help come from there? He says no. Does my help comes from the Lord, the maker of heaven and earth. Today again, some of you will say, Pastor, I don't have any idols. I don't worship idols. I don't. Come and see if you like. Come to my house. If you go through my house, there are no this, there is no statues, there is no this, there is nothing, there is nothing. But that's not what he's talking about. Today it's relevant because our idols are not physical idols. Our idols are in here. Our idols is based on our values. The things that we value will determine where your idol is. Come down from those places. I believe majority of us are in those places. And some of us say, no, Pastor, how can you say that? How can you say that? What do you value in your head? What do you value in your life? Think about it. As parents, what do? We push this into our children. The greatest value in life is an education. Because if you have a good education, you'll be successful. And when you find that one child who says, no, I'm not going for higher education, there's almost a sense of failure in your heart. It's like, can't understand. This one doesn't want. Why? Because you were told that too. Right now it's about success. It's about success. Come on. You have to be successful. See, these are not evil plans. When you're telling your child to get a good education, that's not an evil plan. That's a good thing. But it can't be plan A. So in this season, please church, these are not bad things. These are not bad things. Education, getting a good job, these are good things. But above that, there is another plan that teach your children, connect with God, know His love, know His plan for your life. Teach them that. Teach them that.